You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, everybody. That's
Lieutenant Carson.
Yep. Hello, and welcome to the It Takes All Kinds
Please,
podcast.
God, just help me.
It's episode 81. We're recording this on Monday, September 19th. I think we gotta turn me down just a little bit. Yeah, a
I
little,
think you
little.
sound really good
I
me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm cutting.
More like cutting the cheese.
Yeah. And you'll be hearing this on. Well, we're recording this on Monday 19th. You'll be hearing this on Friday the 23rd. Bum bum bum. That's like the 13th or something like that.
You'll be hearing this episode before we hear it.
Yeah. So think about that, liberals. We got a jam-packed episode up ahead for you guys. We got a Look What I Found segment from Carson.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Techno World from Gavin. We have some Posty Malone news, as everybody's seen this weekend. We got Patagonia news as well, and some shoe news. So big, and then of course our weekly Next Door drama.
That's right, Gavin. It is not jam-packed, but it's
an episode.
There are some things.
There
are some things I'm going to say today that I'm going to regret for a long time.
Yo, what's up?
Sorry, that's my little brother, Robert, who just came
I
in.
was thinking about holding the microphone like I was like a guy from like, let's get ready to rumble.
Dirty Charles
Yeah.
was his name.
I was thinking about this. We should just call somebody randomly and have them answer a question that we have during the show. Like, what was the name of the guy who did the "Let's get ready to rumble"?
Shall we do it?
No,
we haven't done a call your dad segment yet.
we haven't done a call my dad segment, but I don't know what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
yet.
that's true. He might be.
He might be in a loud place. He might be in a quiet place.
He might be at a dark place in his life at the moment. We don't know. He might be, Ah, dang it! I couldn't find it.
That's
Here it
okay.
is. That was what I was gonna do.
Yeah, that too.
We'll
We'll do it next time. I'll get it.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, because he texts me after the show always and after he listens to the show,
And he answers.
and he answers basically the question that we had.
He answers the questions long after we don't care anymore.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
kidding.
No, just kidding. Keep sending them. I like it.
I thought I saw a big stain up there.
I thought, put a cat.
I thought about it. Thirty bad. I was gonna. Oh, whenever. Are you trying to do the duck? The duck's name? What? Your dad knew what it was. What was his name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Fuck, now we really need to call him. Is that what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you were like, we should call somebody, I was thinking that like, we did a little prank, we did a little crank yankers and we prank called somebody.
Yeah, there we go.
And we did, we like read the Next Door drama to them, and get them to hopefully respond to exactly what the text is. You know what I mean? So it's like we would read what they said, and then their response, we would just have to reply to it with whatever the thing was.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like we would really piss off a worker though. And these people are getting paid minimum wage some places.
Oh, I was just talking about a random person.
Okay.
We would just find a number, or we could have our fans give us their parents' numbers.
Yeah, go ahead, send in your numbers.
Send in your mom's number and let me call her.
No, I already got that number.
Okay, dude. Awkward. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
So let's get right into it. So, what was it? Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Heard of it?
Yeah, this is the day it exists. There was actually, I think, a couple bands that were in town on Saturday.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Post Malone, but unfortunately, Post Malone has bruised ribs from falling
Cracked
on
him.
stage.
In St. Louis.
In St. Louis. Where was he at? Enterprise Center?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Enterprise Center. There was basically a stage malfunction where he explained in a TikTok that, and I watched it. I'm on TikTok.
He has a TikTok?
Yeah, he has TikTok.
I didn't know.
Yeah, and he explained that he it was like the acoustic part of the set, and they had just finished it, and basically the stage was supposed to suck in the guitar and the microphone, like the microphone stand, and then
Right.
just come back up, but it didn't come back up. So he fell into the hole that took the guitar down.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, I knew it was a trap door. I just didn't know that was.
Yeah, so that's
What
what
did.
happened, and he ended up going to the hospital, and they said they gave him some meds. So
Yeah. it-
not really much you can do about cracked ribs.
I didn't even know he was in town until the Blues posted a picture of him wearing a Blues jersey.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool. And then next thing I know, I wake up the next morning and it's like Post Malone, or it was like Post Malone screams in agonizing pain.
Yeah.
And I was
So-
like, what?
Prayers up to Posty.
So you saw the clip?
I saw the clip.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't need to show it then.
No, it's okay.
I had it pulled up, but
Yeah, it looks like it hurt. Like that had to have hurt. Imagine just the floor coming out from under you where you think it is. Like that would jar my neck. I'd be scared of my neck.
yeah, man. Wonder what it's like to be scared of your neck.
We'll get to that story one day.
We'll get to it. Patagonia, Gavin, are you a fan of the brand?
Yeah,
Patagonia?
I actually have one Patagonia.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah, I have one. I've got a one Patagonia shirt for you.
Hosier.
I got one Patagonia shirt, and I just don't wear it that much because it's got a big old Patagonia on the back.
I didn't know you had a Patagonia shirt.
It's like a
Why you even holding out on me?
well, that's the thing is I don't like wearing it because it's got a big logo in the back. My back sweats if there's anything on.
Oh.
If there's any like sticky logo
Print.
or anything like that, I just sweat like a dog.
I sweat like a dog in general, so it doesn't matter what I'm wearing.
So and it's only the top of my back. Like my back can't
Right.
breathe through it. So that's one reason why I don't wear it that often.
That's why I always wear dry fit shirts.
Yeah, I've always wear, and I also wear TC tuggers.
Right. You gotta have the tuggers on.
So just gotta. Get
All
it
my
out
bros
tummy.
be tugging.
Yeah. So yeah, Carson, you put this on here. What's this all about?
Well, so
I saw the story, but I don't know anything about it.
You read the
really.
article.
I read the article. Didn't really get into
I'm
it.
more or less did the same thing as you know.
You more or less did it.
I'm more or less did the Patagonia founder,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Yakov Smirnov. No, I'm sorry. It's Ivan Schweinard.
Yakov Schweinoff.
Yakov Smirnov, the famous comedian and Patagonia founder. No, as you may or may not know, I'm pretty well invested in the vintage community and have been for some time.
And Patagonia was around.
Yeah.
Has been around for
It's
a
been
while.
around since
1973.
Yeah, wow, all right.
I'm just that good. I'm just that good with it.
Did you read it on my shirt?
Yeah, the text says Chainsaw 1973.
That's right. Right on them, Lindsay. Yeah, so it's been around for a while, and I've kind of been interested in the history, but also mostly because I follow Shaka Bra.
They're from Ventura, Cali.
Calibra, no, I've been about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Get slaughtered right in
Yeah, slide right in.
there. And I know a lot about the history of Patagonia because of these two guys who've been in the vintage community forever, literally forever.
The founder of North Face, and the
Yakov
founder,
Smirnoff.
and the founder of North Face and the founder of Patagonia,
Robert Face.
Robert Finn.
And his brother John Northman.
Yeah.
These two guys, Drew and Jesse Heifetz, are both big Patagonia heads, especially Drew. Jesse kind of is too, but Drew is like really into Patagonia and like has made countless Instagram videos, YouTube videos talking about Patagonia. He has like this crazy vintage Patagonia collection.
They call them
like,
Pat heads.
They call them P heads. They're pushing P.
Yeah.
And
Pushing Pat.
and it-
Tagonia.
pushing Putty Gonia. That's the women's line.
Putagonia.
Putagonia. That's sexist. And nice one, Gavin. Real funny to make a sexist joke like that.
You're gaslighting me.
Yeah, so I know a lot about the history of it just because of that, and it's like always been a very sustainable brand, you know, for the people. It's made by the people for the people who make it, by the people who wear it to the people who want
So
it.
the people in the sweatshops also put it together and they wear it on the
And they wear it.
line.
No, but it's like it's made by like surfers and mountain climbers and people like that who like
Outdoorsmen.
outdoorsmen, I think they're called.
Yeah.
My brother went to school for that, and to be an outdoorsman, outdoorology, and
The study of the outdoors.
study of outdoors, outdoorology. He went to be,
outdoorsing.
you know, you ever heard of an outdoorsman? Get it together, liberals. So, yeah, it's always been just a really cool brand that I've liked for the past couple of years, and a long way to get to the actual point of this. But Mr. Yakov Smirnov,
You really gotta start saying his name right.
I probably should, but it's just funnier to say it the other way.
The thing is that now
Is that
he might be on like a normal person's level because he's
broke.
he's broke now. He donated
Yeah.
all of it.
Ivan Schweinard. I think that's how you pronounce his. That is how you pronounce his last name. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that for sure. Schweinard. I think it's Ivan because it's Yvon. Ivan Schweinard.
Yeah,
It's
it's like Spanish for.
Is it Spanish?
No, it's not. It's definitely not. There's no way.
I don't know. I just don't want to be insensitive for calling him Yakov Smirnov. It was just a joke, okay? I didn't mean it.
Like Yakko.
Mr. Schweinard. But yeah, he donated his company. I'll just read this. Rather than selling the company or taking it public, Mr. Schweinard, his wife, and 2 children have transferred their ownership of Patagonia, valued at about $3 billion, which seems quite low to me for how crazy.
I thought that'd be really high. I thought
Oh,
that's on
really?
the higher end. Yeah.
That seemed lower to me than I expected. I don't know why. I just expected like with how popular it's been.
Yeah. I think of clothing companies as like
The margins.
they're
Well,
going
also,
down.
Yeah, and also I mean like, you know.
Maybe at one point, but I still think
Right.
$3 billion is a lot.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of money.
A lot of money.
But and it's also probably one of those things where it's like Patagonia stuff is expensive, but it's also quality.
Right. That's
not
another
skipping
reason why
on
I
it.
don't have that much, is because
Their
like one
profit
T-shirt's
margins.
$50. So
Right.
and it
But
has
yeah.
to be a T-shirt I want.
Right.
I think I got it from Dick's.
Bless you. Valued at about $3 billion to a specifically designed trust and nonprofit organization. They were created to preserve the company's independence and ensure that all of its profits, some $100 million a year, are used to combat climate change and protect undeveloped land around the globe, which is fucking awesome. And literally what like every
That's what they should be doing.
right, and like literally what like Bernie Sanders and every far left liberal has been like
Yeah.
crying about for the last couple of years.
These
It's like-
companies are not donating their wealth.
and not even like just like that. It's like most of the like, the pothead liberals in California and Colorado who are like, these billionaires, they just need to fucking like donate all their money somewhere, which is true, but it's just like, it's such a like,
yeah.
everybody's said that a
And
million
everybody
times
and
over.
nobody knows what they do with it. So it's like if you just give them like, oh yeah, donate to the earth. Okay.
Right. Just
What am I gonna do with it?
dig a hole and
Put it
the
in
money
there.
in.
There you go. Put it back where it came from. Or so help me.
So they're finally getting what they want and what I want. I mean, that's awesome. That's
The stoners are
amazing.
finally getting what they want.
But it's like, it's always the people who are like, this guy's a good guy. I'd like to have him keep his money, but like, that's cool that he's donating.
Yeah, that's the other part is that it's like maybe, and I think maybe he was also waiting for it to hit a peak, or like he was like, I'm
Right.
kind of happy with where I am.
Right. Like, I want a piece of shit to donate all their money, to be honest, but
Well,
take
that's
Mr.
I think that's
Schweinard.
also like filing lawsuits against them is a way to do that.
that's true.
Everybody needs to file more lawsuits against Elon Musk
Let me try it out.
and Jeff Bezos.
Jeff
Bezos.
Bezos was at the Kansas City Chiefs game.
I saw that, and
You see Vic post that?
yeah, I did, and
just
he was
these-
there with Roger Goodell, which is billionaires are going to talk to billionaires.
It's
That's
like-
what they do.
He's like gripping this guy's hand like this, and there's somebody's foot for some reason, like trying to like come over the barrier for whatever reason. It's like, why do you need to see Jeff Bezos that bad?
Everybody love. Yeah, no,
That's what
this
he
guy's
looks
really
like.
cool. Yeah, that's what he looks like. That's Jeff Bezos. Jeff
That's kinda what it
Bezos.
looks like, right?
That's terrible. That's terrible. Fuck you, Carson. That's
Sorry,
terrible.
let me go shave my head, and then it'll be.
There
then
you
it
go.
won't be fucking insensitive.
Yeah, there we go.
That bald freak. I don't know how people
Get some hair plugs.
How
or
do people
something.
get bald
Get
anyways?
some hair plugs like Jerry Seinfeld or something like that.
If
Would
you're
you?
bald, fucking
Chop your balls off and put them on your head. Would you?
put a wig on if
Yeah.
you're bald.
God.
Don't
it's
make
a
me look at that hideous
thing.
shine.
Yeah. So
yeah, he donated his company.
Yeah.
On all of the
Good-
money, which
good
is
for him.
fucking awesome. And we'll probably see no turnaround from it, but it's a great thing to do.
you're not
Or
wrong.
maybe we will. I don't know.
No, you know, if we finally get like a high-powered train that runs on natural gas or something like that, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, a bullet train.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think they might not call it a bullet train because bad connotations with bullets in the United States.
What's wrong with bullets?
So moving on, we have
Bullets have never done anything besides protect the police. Or is it the other way around? Yeah, maybe we'll see something. Before you move on, though, I actually contacted Mr. Schweenard about some of my own environmental things I got going on at home. Recently, and by recently I mean yesterday. My water here, my tap water, started smelling like fish food. Don't know why, but that's just a new development in my life. That my water, especially my hot water, so when I take a shower, it just smells like I'm in a fish tank. It smells, and I'm probably gonna have to call the water company tomorrow. But it's either because of some bacteria or some natural minerals or some algae. And it's perfectly safe. It smells. So I contacted Mr. Schweenard and I said, can you do something about this? I got my own environment cooking up here in my water tank.
that's
That
the
was
sound
him
of it
texting
being,
me back.
Yeah, it's done.
So that's my own environment thing going on here.
That's exciting.
That's
I'm
my own.
happy for you.
That's my own climate change.
I prefer a shower in cold water.
I prefer to shower in a fish tank, apparently. Doesn't make me smell, though. At least I don't think so.
Is that what I smell whenever I came in? It smelled like fish farts.
If you really did smell
No,
it,
I
that's
didn't
probably
smell
what
it.
it was.
I didn't smell it. Why don't you take a sip of that fish water?
No, it smells fine. It's cold water. The hot water, you can really get a good whiffer on it. What were you moving to?
I was moving on to
you're
the
segueing
to the Mr. McQueen.
Mr. Queen.
Mr. McQueen. The Lightning McQueen Crocs are reselling for over $250. Carson, where does this take the market? We gotta have like a ticker going at the bottom.
That's what I was thinking about. I was gonna check my Lightning McQueen Croc stock. Croc stock. How's my Croc stock doing?
Did you know?
Wait a minute.
Cheesecake
They might have gone down.
Cheesecake Factory. Well, they had a release, right? Where didn't now this might sound crazy.
Oh wait. Go on.
Don't they have like light up lights on the front? Mike, is that stupid for me to say that? I don't know. Maybe
don't know.
someone photoshopped it.
What? I gotta look at I can't look at a website online.
He's-
I hate these new fucking companies. I'm calling out specifically Depop. Not that I'm looking on Depop, but like these fucking new companies, they only perfect their app and their websites suck.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's like app first, website later.
It's a goddamn nightmare. Oh wow, dude, they went down.
To what?
To what? So they were. So I had assumed that they had already released. Excuse.
That was them coming out of the box.
Releases get me real horny. I had assumed they had already released.
That's the stock price falling on the Crocs.
And I thought they were getting a second release, but maybe it was just the first one because. Yeah, they were release date 4/27/21. So they had already been released before. This is a re-release. So before the re-release, is that the release sound? Thank you. Before the re-release, they were reselling for like literally the lowest resale price was $250. It was $250 and up. $250 was on the low end. Now, Gavin, after the re-release, they are reselling for only 100 up. So like 100.
Well, ain't that just a slap in the face?
Yeah, like 120 is the most.
Wow.
But
What was retail?
that being said,
what was
retail was $50.
Oh, okay.
So it's still a good markup. Like that's still like you could still flip those like a boy.
You get 1 point. You basically get 1.5 return
million
on
dollars,
it. 1.5 times return on it.
which is still good. Like,
Yeah, that's still pretty. I mean, that's probably that's probably the cheapest sneaker. I use that term lightly. That you could buy for $50,
right,
and make a return of that plus more.
right. And I
Double
would
that
have
plus more.
I would have done that, but I didn't want to buy. I'm on a list, or like if I buy toys and stuff like that.
Wow, I really don't like where this is going.
I just like my credit card's been declined.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What kind of list? Like I can't. The toy companies have all marked my cards because I'm on a list of credit card companies that my
Like you can't go into Toys R Us or like.
I can't go near schools.
This is a really weird list you're on.
It's just a credit card list of. Don't look my name up. And if you move in next door, don't look.
If you move in next door, let me know because I don't.
Because I have to
Because
let
I
you
told-
know.
you know.
These jokes are not funny, Gavin. You really gotta like stop it with like you made like sexist jokes. Now you're making like inappropriate
You're
jokes
just
about
going
me.
off the fucking rails this week, Carson. You're gonna have to be tamed. Someone tame this man. He's a cheetah waiting to be tamed.
I'd love to find me a girl who could tame me. What was that? Kevin, anything about this?
It's funny because like I forgot about it, and I remember you sending me the link and being
Yeah.
like, these are where they're dropping. And I was like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to do that. I was
Did
really
I send that to you? I thought I just.
no, you sent it to me. You
Oh
sent it
yeah,
to
I
me.
guess I
Yeah.
did.
And I was like, oh what? And I'm like, and you're like, these are going for $250 plus.
Yeah, because I sent it to you, and I'm like, this is not a joke.
Yeah.
These are actually
like-
selling
yeah.
for this much.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck?
I remember what it
So-
was. It was a Instagram
Yeah.
for like some sneaker news thing that it's
Mhm.
like anytime like a popular shoe was coming out that I had resell,
Yeah.
they'd be like, this is coming
Hey,
out.
watch out! This is coming out Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern
Right.
time.
And I saw them post that, and I was like, this is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
'Cause why would those sell for that much? And I
Yeah.
still don't know why. I do not know why they have resale
I think it's
value.
honestly the meme. It's for the memes.
I guess so, but who gives a fuck about cars?
No, I mean it's like the ka-chow and like the oh look, it's a car. You know, oh funny, it's cars. You know?
I'll never understand kids these days.
Yeah, Gen Z, you can't market to them. You can't market to them at all.
You can't mac it to them. So, yeah, it's wild, and I'm upset I couldn't get a pair. If I'm just being honest. You want to know something I'm not upset about?
What?
Look what I found. Look what I found. Look what I found. Look what I found. Look what I found.
That's right, everybody. The return of a lifetime. The return of a segment that has been gone for quite some time. Actually, it's been a little while since I've done one of these, and boy, has Reddit let me know. They've really let me know. What are you laughing so much about over there?
Everything you're saying.
Oh yeah, Reddit has let me know, and they're pretty upset with me about it. That I've been really dropping the ball on these. Sorry, I'm just getting my I'm getting it ready, and
Algorithms crushed.
I'm getting the algorithms crushed and attached. This week, in case you don't know, Look What I Found is a segment that started from me just finding weird shit, wanting to show it to Gavin in some way, and instead of keeping our friendship private, I wanted to only have it be public, and I made it into a way where it's like if it's a longer form content, I save it for the show, and then I'm like, hey, check this weird shit out I found.
Yeah.
And then we talk about it. And so Gavin has no idea what this is
Nope.
every time I show
No
it to
idea.
him. Unless he's seen it before, which this one, there's not a chance in hell you have.
Just based
But-
off the name, there's no fucking way I've seen this.
We're gonna get to it in a minute, and and so I just show it to him, and then we talk about it, and it's a lot of fun. So this week, I have a very interesting thing that I could not, for the life of me, tell you how I came across it. I don't watch a ton of YouTube anymore. Like, I'll watch a specific channel, and be obsessed with that one channel for like months at a time or a year at a time, however long.
So you're telling me you've been obsessed with this channel for a really long time?
Certainly not. But the only other thing I will watch is like weird recommended shit to me. And I'll be like, what the fuck is that? Why does it only have 12 views? And I'll go and I'll watch it, right? And so now all I get recommended is this weird shit that makes no sense. So I was recently recommended a channel by the
I
name.
was laughing at the thought of it having like 2 views and you being one of them.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I was recommended a channel by the name of Christy Balloon, which sounds like Krusty Balloon, which is
Yeah.
even funnier.
Which is greater.
And what would you think Christy
She's
Balloon?
a clown that makes balloon animals. That's what I think of.
Okay, and what does she do? She just makes it, and
Yeah,
that's
she
it?
shows it.
Okay.
She's like, oh, here's how you make it.
I mean, you're close, but that it's because it has balloon in the name. I don't think she's a clown, though. So I'm just gonna show it to you, and then maybe you can make some inferences for yourself. She does 2 types of content. One is focused on balloons, and the other one is focused on another thing we'll get to in a minute. But
Okay.
we're gonna start with balloons first.
Okay, perfect.
This video is called "Balloon Fun at the Park" with Christy Balloon here.
Hey, at least it's only 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Thank the
Right.
fucking
We don't
Lord.
have to watch the whole thing either. Next one's a little longer.
We're at the park. Pink and yellow balloons.
Just wait.
If there's any person that shouldn't be allowed near schools, it's this person. We did not add these sounds. I do not.
Sorry, wrong time to pause it. And I know you're just making a joke, but let's not jump to any conclusions about this person or anything about them, because we don't know. They might be a perfectly fine person.
right,
It's
right.
just odd. It's just odd content, you know.
Yeah.
This is your thing. That's fine if you're safe about it. I know she has a son.
And we'll
I'm
get
sure
to that.
everything is fine.
No,
Let's
sorry.
so
that
let-
was
it's okay. I got the joke, and I know the audience at home will, but I just want to cover our bases in case Christy's got a good lawyer. You gotta get your ears ready for this sound bite coming up. So for the audio listeners, she's on a zip line blowing up balloons.
like a park zip line.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you sit on it and it zips you around.
Not like a big zip line.
No, it's just like.
Sorry for the loud sounds.
She mastered this on her phone, I think.
Okay, that one. Was that an airplane? What was that?
That was like a hockey horn. No, that was definitely an
Oh, it's
airplane.
actually a real airplane. So we got to get to the part that people watch this for. And that's the pops.
Slow-mo.
Because Gavin, the balloon blowing is paramount to the balloon popping. The
Wow.
popping is what you watch for. Okay? That's
Like,
what you want to watch.
That
this.
video feels like I fucking climbed Mount Olympus to find
Thanks
Zeus.
for
Pop a
watching.
fucking balloon.
Papa balloon.
Pop a balloon.
Papa and Mama balloon.
Yeah.
So the blowing and the popping, they're just as important, you know.
Yeah.
And what is another thing that blows and pops?
Guns.
I don't know.
Bubblegum.
You ding 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 ding.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I gotta
You
get the...
you guessed correctly, Gavin. Not only are there balloon videos, but there are also gum chewing and popping videos.
G-U-M. Gum.
This one just so happens to be called Morning Bubblegum Live Stream.
How long is this one?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Valve on the pump isn't even as big as these valves. I'm going to turn the light back
I skipped to a random part. I don't know.
to make sure y'all saw what I have.
So I'm gonna mute this for a second. These are some live chats going on over here at the side. I watched both balloons and bubblegum videos in live streams. Your quiet voice is fine. It was a balloon video. No, it's good. Morning. Yes, we have billboards here. Can you ever pop a bunch balloon by blow to pop? I do love it when you're in your yellow cheerleading outfit.
Good bubbles.
It's just a lot of people talking about how much they love.
Hello from Australia. Your stream is a fine, cute bubbles.
There's another comment here that says "Come to Brazil."
No, really?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I was trying to find some better ones.
Wow, she's just
Triple bubblegum bubbles. Can you blow some huge triple bubblegum bubbles and wink at me?
More huge.
He has it twice.
More triple bubblegum bubbles.
He really more triple bubblegum bubbles. Dude, Carlos is loving this.
Come to Brazil.
Do you have breakfast? I'm an adult and love balloons. Now that's a person who might need to be on a list. That was a good laugh.
Wow, she's just still chewing this shit.
Yeah, man,
like
I
it's the
mean-
same piece of gum. I'm not.
Oh, here's a bubble pop.
I wanted to do a balloon room stream today. I'm trying to get motivation to do it. But with the weather the way it is today, and I'm in such a relaxed, sort of calm, quiet mood, and I know that whenever I do the balloon room, it takes a lot of energy because first you're cleaning up, breaking down, and then you've got to get in another mindset.
She's going behind the
yeah.
scenes with this.
There's a lot more to it than I thought.
She's like 3 layers deep.
Triple bubbles. And wink at me. Where are those
Man,
big
I really ain't
balloons
watching-
from? Tell me.
Package, it says, "We are lucky to see you in the world." I like that. And then it's the name of their company, which I'm going to try to put in the chat right now.
Just show it.
OU.
Man, I really hate watching people chew gum.
you.
This
Why
is
is
like
that?
a pet
Hate-
peeve. Like, if anybody has any aversion to like chewing, please don't watch
And you
this
dropped
video.
your other animal.
She's still chewing, dude.
Good morning, my friend.
And sometimes my dog, there's a certain person that walks by and they make lots of noise and go like in our yard with their dog. My dog doesn't always appreciate that. Sometimes she does bark.
She could play the
But
Joker
she
in a
always
movie.
barks when there's somebody here.
She could play a Heath Ledger Joker really well.
Now I'm going to put the name of the gum company in the, chat below. And on the wrapper it
You want
says,
to know how I got these scars?
You want to know?
I mean, I made coffee early, but
You want to know how I can chew this gum? You want to know how big of a bubble I can
All right,
blow?
all right. I think I got enough. think I've really got enough. That is terrible.
Christy Balloon, everybody.
Yeah, shout out Chrissy Balloon. Please don't link it in the.
I'm not gonna show it on camera, which is off right now. But if you can find it for yourself, I won't give any more details than that. But if you want to find it, watch it for yourself. That's fine because it's such a. I mean, I could show it on camera, fair use, but I won't. But if you want to watch it yourself, you can. I said all the information you need. What the fuck else do you want from me? Christy Balloon. Let's
Shout out Chrissy Balloon.
let's give it up for Christy Balloon.
Are you ready for this?
Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. This is Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. Techno World. Techno World.
Welcome
Wow.
to Gavin's Tech No World. We rebranded here. If you are new here, we have a segment.
Go on.
We have a segment where I have a segment where I go and talk about technology, things that have been happening recently in the world. So what we got coming up?
But how is Gavin's Techno World spelled?
Now it's Tech No,
Right.
Tech No World. Carson's a really smart cookie.
I am really, really smart.
Why did you put those in?
What are you talking about?
Anyway, so we have the new iPhones coming out. These were announced last week, and I probably could have talked about it then, or it might have been 2 weeks ago, honestly, at this point. Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
But now we're starting to see some issues with them. So Apple released the iPhone 14, 14 Max, iPhone 14 Pro, and iPhone 14 Max.
But they didn't release it. You said they released it. It's not out yet.
It's out for pre-order.
Oh.
And I think they are getting delivered because some tech reviewers already have them on their hands and stuff. like that.
What?
Tech reviewers get early access to most technology.
I thought it would have came out November.
Nope. I think they're actually going to be out coming soon. But
Interesting.
pre-orders came out 2 days after the announcement, or pre-orders started I think Friday or something like that.
Okay.
So what we've got on our hands is Apple literally replacing nothing internally on the iPhone 14. If you are in the market for a new iPhone, please, for the love of God, do not buy the iPhone 14 regular version. Do not do it. Do not buy the iPhone Ultra either. iPhone 14 Ultra or Max or whatever it is. Don't buy it. It's the exact same phone as the iPhone 13. There is little to no differences. They use the exact same chip as they did last year. It is a massive disappointment, and also Apple totally playing with the consumers.
And it's just
Totally
more
playing a
expensive.
game. And it's also more expensive. And now the iPhone 13s are cheaper, and you'd basically be getting the same phone as the iPhone 14. The iPhone 14 has a new dynamic island, which is a pill cutout, which is new to the iPhone. That's just the name of it. It's dynamic island, and it's in the shape of a pill.
Every time we talk about the pill,
It's like a oval,
Right.
like this on the phone.
like an Allegra allergy pill.
Yes. Yep. And
I know my pills.
Yeah. So basically, which is phenophoxine, generic, by the way.
Bless you.
The 14s do have a high refresh screen, and they do have the whole cutout, the camera cutout. They Apple introduced a new, physical and software feature that allows you that instead of the app being swiped away or back to the home screen, if it's something that uses something in the background, it shows it on this dynamic island and expands the pill cutout or the whole cutout longer to show the waveform of the music. For example, it show on on one side, on the left side, it'd show the album art, and on the other side of the pill, it would be the waveform.
So up at this part, it shows that? Up here?
Yeah, but
Whoa.
there's no notch. There's no notch. It's there is still screen above it.
Right.
and it doesn't show up on screenshots alone by itself. But if something like music is playing in the background, it will show the whole cutout. Like it shows up on software pictures, like screenshots.
Do you have a picture example you could pull up? I'm having a hard time picturing what you're saying.
Yeah, give me a sec. But like they made it part of the phone. It's like that's like the selling point of the phone is that you like Face ID instead of it being like just like showing like a lock or something like that. Dynamic island.
I was just starting to look it up too.
Like this. It's literally this. Like this is actually the video I think they use. But it's like it swipes it up if it's puts it in this dynamic island and you're able to click on it and interact with it.
That's kind of cool.
And it's interesting. A major selling point for this phone, I guess.
Right.
So this is just some, cool features that they added to it, but basically you can see it's not touching the top of the phone.
Right.
Also, the bezels are smaller, and it still has that high refresh rate, like my iPad has, where it's like smooth scrolling, and like it's it's got that higher refresh rate. It refreshes more often than say the iPhone 12.
It's got an NVIDIA G4 56 processor.
Yep. It's got the Apple A16 chip in it, I think. Something like that, and the iPhone 14s have the old iPhone or A15 chip in them, so it's a year old. And Apple also was comparing the iPhone or the chip, the A16 chip, to 3 generations ago to show like, oh, look how much faster it's gotten over the years. But it's like, yeah, this was also 4 or 5 years ago that you're comparing it to, and it's only marginally better now.
Right.
So Apple's doing a really good job of trying to play a game with the consumers to see just how much money they're willing to spend on a brand new phone, and it's really disappointing because you're not getting anything new. You're getting the same repackaged shit, like
just with the base model.
With the base model, but even with the Pro, it's marginally different. It's just a different screen. That's it.
Really,
and I think there's some software features that they started to implement, but they made it so that the sensor is bigger. It's a 48 megapixel shooter on the front, as opposed to a 12 megapixel. So now they've implemented some things that allow the camera to have like an optical zoom kind of effect to it, where it crops in just the middle 12 pixels, or like the middle 12 megapixels of like a wide angle shot. If you're like zooming in, it doesn't do like the software zooming. It does it like actually zooms it.
Okay.
But what I've seen now on TikTok is people's the phone like overcompensating for a lot of things, and it's starting to vibrate. Like the optical image stabilization inside of one of the large cameras is vibrating repeatedly while they're on Snapchat, or I don't know what's happening. I don't know how they start this bug, but it's like vibrated violently. Like
that's weird.
I'll have to show a video.
Yeah.
Like I think it's what? Nope.
So there's the base model, and you said there's the Pro, right?
Yeah.
And then you said there's 3, right?
No, it's those. It's like the
Just
iPhone
those two?
14 and 14 Pro, but then there's a larger version of each phone.
The Protein 4
Yeah,
Max. The
the
Protein
Protein.
bar.
sekarang tengah
Yeah, there we go. Awful sound. But
So
like,
that weird sound.
What the fuck?
like it's vibrating in its shell, basically.
And that's because of that zoom.
Yeah, because of it's because of the optical image zoom that it's got. It's trying to stabilize, but it starts vibrating.
Oh my god. That's a nightmare.
Yeah. So there's that's happening, and I think they're probably going to release a fix for it eventually, obviously. That or fix people's iPhones and just basically they're going to go in the back and just replenish it from the back and hand you a brand new one. And throw
They
away
got
the
a
old one.
hammer.
Yeah. So kind of disappointed. And we also have a Google Pixel 7 and 7 Pro announcement coming out soon for the Android phone
For all
friends.
you Google heads.
Yeah, for you Android heads, for you Google fiends.
You fucking Androids.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
So you're pretty upset about the...
I am, because it's like if I was due for an upgrade, I'd be kind of mad, because it's like it's nothing different than my phone at all. Like nothing's different. I mean, like my phone probably doesn't have as good of a camera, but it's like if I were to even go to 13 Pro, it would have a better camera.
Right.
It would be that better camera. But if you already have a 13, do not upgrade.
Right.
I know that one of my friends doesn't like the squaring off of the design. she prefers like the rounded sides, so she hasn't upgraded
Okay.
to a phone that has squared sides. So that's also can be a selling point if you don't like squared sides. Don't get it if you have an older phone. But there's really no incentive if your phone still works.
Right.
I think really the best you can do for it is really just go get a battery replacement. I mean, I think that they still have battery replacement programs for older iPhones. So can do that. But otherwise, we'll look forward to talking about the next techno world stuff that happens.
Well, I guess I'm not getting a new iPhone then.
Nope.
Not that I really wanted to anyways.
Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. This is Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. Gavin's Techno World. Techno World.
Wow, what a I didn't get to play my song for an outro.
Sorry. You got my song as an outro.
Yeah, thanks. Wow, 2 returning segments coming back all in one day. Gavin, how are you doing? We haven't done like a how you doing? What you up to? in,
Busy.
like, a couple
I have an
episodes,
exam.
man?
Busy. I got an exam.
one
I had a
today?
final exam today for pulmonology, and then I'm starting
Calligraphy.
I have been having trouble speaking recently just because I
Really?
have so much shit in my fucking head. I have cardiology starting tomorrow, and then I have a health systems management, aka econ, on Wednesday exam.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then last week I had a inhaler OSCE, which is basically just showing I get graded on how well I show someone how to properly use a randomly assigned inhaler. So I got a Spiriva Respimat inhaler, which is one of those where you snap it in. You like have to shove this like canister into the bottom of it, and then you
Okay.
rotate it, and then you prime it. You shoot it, and then you do it 3 more times. So you do a total of 4 times of prime it, and then you exhale away, and you go, and you click the button, and it clicks in, and then you hold your breath for 10 seconds, and then you exhale away, and then you have to wait about 30 seconds to a minute, and then because it's 2 puffs 1 time a day, or 2 puffs 2 times a day, depending on.
Why is it so involved to get it primed and all that stuff?
Because you want to make sure the medicine's working. It's like a mist. It's not like a dry
Right.
powder. It's like a mist.
Right.
It's like, and I wish I had it with me, but like it's kind of cool.
Because I have missed ones where it's just like it's just already in there and you just.
yeah. There's nothing.
But
like
like
that.
you're talking about a whole like
it's like a twist and prime action.
what?
Yeah. So
I've
I had
heard of such a
I
thing.
had to get recorded doing that, and I still don't know my grade on that, but most of it is graded, and then the portion where I'm actually doing the procedure, or like showing how to do it, that's like a pass fail, which is, but we don't know the criteria for it. But and the other thing they said was like, we don't know you don't know the criteria for it, and we can't share that with you. But if you do all these things, you'll pass.
Did you have to do this in front of the class?
No, I did it. No, I did not. Thank
I
God.
wanted
But
to know if anybody like
no.
really fucked
No,
up.
I think some people probably did, but it's.
I wanted you to be able to be like, this person was like,
Yeah, no,
had
I
no
wish.
idea.
I wish. I mean, though my roommate did tell me that some person that he was in lab with straight up did not know whether something was a long-acting beta agonist or short-acting beta agonist or
That's
muscarinic.
simple stuff.
Yeah, simple stuff. Stuff that you should know going into a lab where you're going to be
Right.
counseling somebody.
Right.
It was a fake student, and it was all like APPE students who are on rotation this year. So like 7th year pharmacy students, and they're on rotation with a couple of my professors. And it was kind of funny to walk out of the room and find out who was in whose room and whatnot. So because I knew the person who I was, but I never had a conversation with her before. But it is really awkward because it's like, then you also have to do a teach back. That's just like a thing you're supposed to do in pharmacies. You're supposed to be like, just to make sure I covered all my bases. Can you show me how to use it? And then, but instead of them
Oh.
showing me how to use it again, they're just like, pretend that I showed you correct procedure. And they just break character. And then it's like, okay, perfect.
Pretend that
Yeah,
I
it's like
fucking did
it's
it.
like I just did correct procedure. I showed you correct procedure. And it was like, okay, awesome.
Okay. Do you not know how to do
Yeah.
it?
No, you gotta tell
We
me.
start quizzing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure you know how to do it?
Nah.
How do you know if I'm doing it right?
Jared, tell me. Talk to me, baby.
Jared Fogle from Subway. Tell me
but-
if I'm doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, it was kind of weird because there's a really simple one. There's two really simple ones. There's a meter dose inhaler, which is like the typical like, like put the canister in the top and stuff like that. That's a
Right.
really easy one. And then a common one that's been really recently is the Ellipta, where it's like a snap, or like every time that it's like a little like, I don't know, I have no other way to explain it.
It's
But
like Narcan.
no,
Oh, shit.
it's like this, and it snaps open.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, yeah.
And it snaps open, and all you have to, it's mainly for like people who have COPD or people who have like moderate to severe asthma.
Mhm.
I
I think I remember seeing one of those as a little kid, and it looks so much like a Hubba Bubba,
Yeah, it does.
like canister thing, that I think that's what I thought it was for a long time.
Yeah, so that one's a really easy one. That one's a very easy one, and I'm so mad I didn't do it because I see those in the hospital every day I'm there.
Mhm.
And we do not have this Respimat there, and it's really annoying. So
But it sounds like you know how to do it.
I know how to do it, but I just forgot things. I just forgot a couple of things.
Wow.
It was and there's like a counter. I forgot. I mentioned that there was a counter, but didn't mention what it goes down by and when to refill. But I did mention
Oh.
that there was supposed to be refills, and then we had 5 for. That was a point that could be taken off, I think. So whatever.
So this was a part of the exam today?
yeah. No.
Okay, this is a separate
Yeah, separate thing. It was for my lab.
Okay.
Like our lab that goes along with the class.
But now you're done with that class.
Now I'm done with that class,
After
and
today.
after today, and now I'm going right into the hard stuff. So
Same time you start at?
yep, same time.
Same class time?
Same class time as every other. It's just like broken in half.
Breaking
So.
in half.
Carson, how's your life been?
Wow. That's what it feels like to... Just kidding.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to be stressed all the fucking time.
No. I was going to say, that's what it feels like to be asked.
Yeah.
As a joke, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure, buddy. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. How's
Oh,
your day?
yeah. So, it's been good. I'm feeling real foggy tonight. Like, my brain feels really stuffed. Not stressed about anything, but I'm like, I just can't. The fuck was that? I just can't like lock it in today. Like earlier when you were in there and I was in here, I was literally trying to write an email, and I just like couldn't. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on today. No, I just don't. I don't know. My brain's just like not all like it's not clicked in tonight for whatever reason. But other than that, we're going good.
Great.
Yeah, nothing crazy, man. Just the same old, you know. Office hour stuff, obviously. Gosh, trying to think of anything interesting going on. Been shooting a lot of weddings. Yeah, just been busy, honestly. So I think my brain's just like can't
Typical blue collar weddings.
Typical blue. It was an interesting wedding this weekend. I won't say any more than that, obviously, but it was I was
violations otherwise.
pushed to a
new
limit.
level.
I was pushed to a limit.
I'm on a new level.
I was pushed to a limit this weekend that I didn't know I could get to, and it was hard to push through. We did it, you know. We did the best we could. We did what we could. We love this country, and we could do whatever we can to fix this country, but it needs a lot of help. Yeah, it was just I was pushed to a limit, man, and
Just about lost his fucking marbles.
just about it. No, it was just it was a lot.
Yeah, I understand.
Lot to handle. But yeah, I got nothing that interesting to share, really.
Perfect.
Just been busy and keeping on.
Sounds good. Good
Well,
job.
shall we get into a little thing that I like to call next door drama?
Yes, sir.
This week on Next Door Drama. Welcome back to Next Door Drama. If you don't know, this is a segment based on the infamous Nextdoor app, which is a glorified neighborhood blog posting website where white moms can go and complain about noises they've heard in the neighborhood. And among other things. We don't cover a lot of those because it's about 90% of the posts on there. even the people who you don't think are going to be posting about, did you hear gunshots, are posting about it. Literally every account I've clicked on this app has at least one post where they're asking about a sound, if somebody heard gunshots, or what's going on.
Did you call
in
the cops?
this neighborhood? Why are there police sirens
Yeah.
at the Schnooks on over by Lindenwood?
Yeah. There we
I
go.
saw the big sign today for the first time that
Really?
my name is Nate
Yeah.
was complaining about. And let me just say, I don't want to be a part of this country if this is a Lindenwood country. I'd like to defect. This week we have a story called that I've coined, I do not drink Cabernet. Did I say that right?
Mhm.
Okay. Last night I was just like Cabernet.
Yeah.
Crab
Crab-ruined.
And I was saying to Gavin beforehand that it's a wild one, man. It's
Wild,
quite
man.
a ride. This story is, and I
Quite
just
a
so
ride
happened.
the story is.
I just so happened to find this late last night, literally about an hour after it was actually probably a little bit over a few hours after it was posted, and I got to experience
You got it like minutes.
Yeah, I got to experience it evolving, and I'll explain more afterwards. But I just need to give that setup that it's this is a true story. Again, these are not made up stories. I'm not smart enough or funny enough to make up any of these stories. They're way funnier just as they are, and I hope that the way that I've scripted this out, it hits the way it should, but I think it will more after I explain it. So, Gavin, if you have your sound effect ready, I'm going to make sure I have mine, and you'll know when to play it. I think you'll be able to pick up when. Without further ado, I have 2 song changes, and let's just do it. I'm going to play the music, and we're going to get into the zone and auto zone and get started. Are you ready, Gavin? Yes. I start first. If you didn't notice. You stupid fuck. Oh, I'm playing as the character Dee Dee. Gavin is playing as Ashley. And here we go. Just had a horrific experience at Lewis and Clark restaurant from a bartender named Mona. He told me I had to leave his establishment because of an incident that happened last time I was there. The incident was I did not tip him or tipped him very little because of his rudeness towards me. I want to post this out here because it was very humiliating experience as bar patrons and restaurant people around when he boldly said this to me. I lived in this community. I lived in this community for a very long time and just recently moved back. I encourage you, if you have any connections to the owners of Lewis and Clark restaurant, please let me know. This contact should never be permitted.
You forgot to mention that you didn't pay your bill last time you were there. And you tried running 3 or 4 credit cards that were all declined, and that led you to become highly aggressive to the bartender. So, therefore, you not only did you not tip, you also didn't pay your bill. Then the same night, you went to Tuner's where you also ordered a few glasses of cab and didn't pay your bill. You are barred from Tuner's for this incident, and you are also barred from Lewis and Clark. Your behavior was unacceptable more than once. I'm a witness to what you have done. Maybe you were too intoxicated upon arrival to remember these incidents. Shrugging emoji.
I don't know who you are, but I do not drink Cabernet. And furthermore, Tuners? It seems you're kind of gang stalking person. And how much do you get paid to do this? I've always paid my bill.
Also, twice you ordered food to go, the French tip to be exact. Then when the food was ready, you said, never mind, I don't want the food. Can you take it off my bill? So we did, and then your car was declined for the wine. This happened twice. So on your third visit, when you repeated this behavior of ordering food and then saying never mind because you didn't have enough money, that's it. Nobody wants to deal with that kind of nonsense. You are known by all bartenders on Main Street, and you are banned from many places, so tell the truth. Your behavior is very unpleasant, and literally nobody is going to deal with you and your Karen-ness.
Oh, Ashley, we're going to have to battle in court. Why in the world would you say such a thing when you know it isn't true? That's so ignorant. I hope you have an attorney now that I have your last name. I paid my bills everywhere I go, and I understand exactly what is happening. Gang stalking is a federal crime. Thank you for posting this.
That's
You're
scary.
gang stalking me. It's a federal crime, you know.
It's almost like you can be blacklisted from places, especially if you're a commoner.
If somebody's gang stalking you,
Then yeah, sure. I'm not surprised by this at all, but it'd be funny if Ashley turns out to be wrong here and is accusing the wrong Dee Dee.
I hate to say it, Gavin, but there's not a chance in hell she is wrong, my friend.
It's just funny that she turned it turned it on its head, I guess, where it was like, not addressing the problem at hand, being like, hey, you're actually not paying with your cards.
Right.
She's like, no, you're gang stalking me.
You're gang stalking. Well, that's the thing. It's like she's obviously deflecting it, which is showing that she's not telling you the truth. And also, like, you can catch Dee Dee realizing that she doesn't have a fake reason for why the bartender kicked her out, because she has this whole well-written story, and then it's like, and then she's like, the last time because of an incident last time I was there, the incident was I did not tip him or tipped him very little because of his rudeness towards me. And it's like she's just like,
Strange.
What did he do? I gotta make up something. Now, like I said, Gavin, this post runs deep, my friend.
Were there more updates?
Well, this is the sad news. I went to check but when you were on your way to see if I could pull some more from it. Clicked on the link to find the post to only find out the post was deleted. So Dee Dee
Got caught.
deleted her post, probably out of embarrassment if I had to guess. And yeah, so I found the post last night, and when I'd first found it, I see, I got the email notification because they email me 1,000 times being like, this is what's going on.
This person posted in your community.
And I usually will use those ones because they're usually the really good ones. And so this was one of them, and I clicked on it, and then I read it, and I was like, this is weird. And it's a lot of people being either going yeah, I don't really like it, I don't go there. Yeah, I went there last night and it was fine. Just it's 10 of those comments. And then I get to Ashley's comment, and seeing that, not expecting that at all, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was not ready for that at all. So then she explains that, and then of course Ashley does the annoying thing of when people are they're saying oh, I will never go there because of hearing your experience with it. And then she's like, actually she's lying. She's actually not telling the truth.
Actually also.
And it's just, first of all, get off
Chill
the
out,
next door app.
chill out.
You said what you needed to. Just go away.
She's accusing you of gang stalking. Maybe you should stop.
Sure, but whatever. That's, made up. And so those two comments from Ashley were the only ones
Left.
that I pulled from there. And I was going to pull some other comments when literally I was refresh the page to see if there's anything new. when I saw those 2 response comments from Dee Dee, and I was like, let's go. And that's why I was like, I got to check tomorrow to see if we can make this a longer story. But unfortunately, like I said, it was deleted. So
That's a damn shame.
I'm happy I got what I did from it. But yeah, it was such a fun thing seeing those come through last night, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. And it just sounds like a very Main Street thing to do. If you don't know, Main Street here in St. Charles is like a very popular bar hopping place for white trash and college kids to mingle. And lots of bad things happen down there, like shootings and fights.
But there's a lot of good things too that happen, right?
Like what?
Like art festivals and Little Hills
And Ghost
stuff.
and Ghost Man.
tours.
Shout out Dr. Michael Henry. Or Dr. Henry, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, this table's fucking dumb.
Carson, do you know what you're listening to this week?
Well, Gavin, I'm glad you asked. I do know what I'm listening to this week. I don't like to be the. I don't want my suggestion to come off as a lazy, because I don't like to do the same musical artists.
Mhm.
And this it's not 2 weeks in a row, but it's close enough together that it's like, okay, buddy. But
Yeah.
it is what I'm listening to, and I am excited about it and happy about it. And that is the band Have Mercy released a B-side off of their first album. The song is called 17. That's for you to write down.
Is it 17 a number or 17 like the word?
Spelled out. And it's a B-side off of their first album, which is called The Earth Pushed Back. And when they released this new self-titled album a couple weeks ago, when I suggested it, they released this B-side as like a. I don't really know what the reasoning was. They joined another record label, so I think they were just like, let's put something out and like maybe it'll get older fans excited. I think it's a smart move to be like, here's some new music, but also like here's an older song from like an album that like is still our most popular album, because
it might have also been held back by the record companies too.
Right,
Where they're like, we
right.
can't release this.
And
So.
it is like, it literally is that it's their most popular album, and it was literally their first album from 2013. So it was cool to see this B-side release, and I don't even know. I saw that they were posting that they were going to release it as like a special vinyl or CD or whatever, like as a part of their new album. Like you'd get this in addition if you bought some special bundle and used our code.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize it was released digitally, so I don't even know when it exactly released, but I was watching an Instagram story last night and it just happened to get to Have Mercy's Instagram story, and I hear the song play in the background. I'm like, what the fuck is this song?
Mm-hmm.
Because actually, when I first saw that they posted that this B-side was getting released, I guess it got mixed up in my head that it was a B-side off of their new album. And so when I heard it, I was like, this is a fucking great song. Like, what is this song?
Yeah.
So I went to it, listened to it, and I was like, holy shit. Like, this is crazy. Like, found out it was a B-side off their first album. And I can tell why it's a B-side, because it's not great.
Mm-hmm.
It's not at the level of all of their songs off that first
Not
album.
as good.
Which I love that first album. I wasn't around. I wasn't listening to them at the time that album came out, but I still listened back to it. It's very depressing, but in like the best way possible. And so, like I think I talked about on the podcast, like the lead singer went through a bunch of shit, had some problems.
Oh yeah, that's that bit. Okay.
Yeah, and now he's happy now.
Yeah.
And so his music's a little bit more upbeat. It's not sad and depressing. Like there are sad songs, but they're like about happy things, which like
Right.
is not the same emotional feeling as a listener or as a songwriter.
Right.
And it's like, I'm very happy you're doing well, and that's great, and I would love for you to be there instead of where you were.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, that
music's not the
music was
same.
just different.
Yeah, not
that
the
was just a
same.
different time for your guys' music.
Yep.
And so it was cool to get this like older song that it's like, it's that same emotion of like that was back then when he was writing that album, and it's like
Could be a hint that maybe they go back to it. Maybe
maybe he'll get depressed again.
Yeah, that's all it
Just kidding,
takes.
I don't want that to happen. But it was cool to see that come out after also getting their new music. So it was just interesting. It's a fun song. I would recommend listening to it, but I would definitely say listen to other Have Mercy stuff first, listen to the whole Earth Pushback album, and then listen to that B-side. Just because those songs are just a lot better. Not that this isn't a bad song, but like it is just what I'm listening to, and it's just cool and kind of fun to nerd out about a
Band that
new
you like,
band
you like.
or
Band with new stuff.
releasing
band, new stuff.
an old dog new song Trick.
Stones.
What did you think about my text yesterday? Because that
I thought
that had
really
me.
funny.
I was in the
It was totally random. It was
Yeah.
just like
I
like,
was-
okay.
I was in the line at Taco Bell because the drive-through was so long.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there, and like things, I'll just like my brain just does this run
Yeah.
through thing where
You
like,
can't suck an old dog's new prick.
yep, my brain will just like hear things, and then it'll like
I said
make
I
up
remember
weird
that old
things.
saying.
and like for some reason you can't suck an old dog's new prick just popped in my head, and I just like was trying not to laugh out loud in the line, so I'm just sitting there like doing this kind of like face
Yeah.
stretch thing where
Yeah.
I'm like trying
Don't
not
laugh,
to laugh,
yeah.
but it made me laugh so hard thinking about
Sometimes
that.
I feel like I'm the fucking Joker. Whenever I walk around, I'm laughing at nothing, and people are like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm
Put the
like,
name of the gum in the chat for
so
you.
this week I'm listening to Joe. I guess that's the name of it. I think that's the
Oh.
correct pronunciation of it is Joe, because like like Django Unchained, like that, where it's like it's not the Django, it's Django. So this is Joe Keery's new album, entirely new album. I didn't know it was coming out. I thought it was just like some singles he was releasing. Entirely new album came out. It's a very 80s feel, and there's a lot of like really like 80s like hits in there, and they're like brass hits, and like he definitely used old synthesizers on this album. Like it's
Nice.
not new stuff. It's very like 80s, like even some of the songs straight up have like like the like synth like beat going in the background. It's like and it's
Like Stranger Things.
yeah, kind of like that, but that's what he worked on, so it's whatever. But there's a lot of really good like interesting hits and sounds in this song. You can't really hear the lyrics as good as you can in his first album, but this one's still pretty good, and definitely recommend you listening to it. It's got some
Nice.
like 80s pop, new wave kind of feel to it. So
I still need to listen to his stuff.
it's
I'm s-
very interesting. It's
Okay.
perfect. Like in my head, I think of it as like ADHD music because there's like 8 layers to it, and every time you listen to it, there's another song, there's another thing you could hear. And
Right.
it's just like hello, like it's just like a random like thing that happens randomly in the song. Like,
Do you think he'll ever tour with his music?
he does. He played.
he
He played at
does?
Lollapalooza. Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
does
know that.
play,
That's
but I don't
cool.
think he. I don't think he's like touring. It's just like
Right.
whenever he can.
Whenever he can.
Yeah, and I think it also has to do with his bandmates and whatnot because he doesn't do this all by himself.
Oh, okay.
But it's like he writes the songs and like produces them, but like he obviously has to have other people playing the instruments.
right. You posted a song on your Instagram story
Yeah.
last night. Are
Yeah,
you
that
gonna
was-
save?
That
or
was
is
that was just a random song I really liked.
Oh, I didn't
It's
know if
just
you're
been on
gonna
my
say that
repeat.
for another
Yeah.
week, but I saw the album.
This album came out.
Right. The
I didn't
album
listen to
cover
that.
like draw me in, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope Gavin suggests that
Yeah.
tomorrow because I want to know what that was.
Yeah,
But I don't know if you're gonna save it
no,
for another week.
I don't know. I haven't listened to the album, so I'll probably recommend the album whenever I listen to it.
All right. Well, you'll tell me about it afterwards, and I
Yeah.
want to know more because I was like, I don't know.
It's a good song. It's a really good song. I like
It
a lot.
looked like a emo style American football album cover
Yeah.
to me, and it just
Basketball
like
hoop.
drew me in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was interesting, and I was like, wanted to know more about it. Oh, well, should we get the fuck out of here
Yes, we should.
on a normally timed
normal
episode?
time. Yeah, that's
Pretty
it.
much.
Yeah, this is about
Pretty
it.
much an hour.
Well, everybody, I gotta turn this up. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 81. We'll be here. You'll be here listening to us, and we'll be here coming up with new things for you to listen to. Carson, any last words?
Yeah, sorry if I seem a little off in this episode. I feel like I have some brain fog. Like I
That's
don't know,
okay.
my head just feels so tight right now. I just want it to pop. I don't know,
I had a
just
migraine all
feel
day
off.
yesterday, so like I feel terrible.
Right. I just feel very off today.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I want to apologize to all the fans at home. Don't let me know on Reddit. I already know.
Put this in the Wikipedia page.
Sorry for anything I said. I have no regrets, and I'll never go back on it.
Goodbye, bye.